We started, Dad and Ian and Grandad were always engineers by trade. That was their background. They actually started the company as an engineering or manufacturing company, and they got into tools because they couldn't get any. And then later on, I think in about 1986, they started doing wood turning products. We started to use a local engineering firm to make those, and we later took that company on to make chucks, and at the same time we also did bandsaw blades, and it just sort of grew from there. And we've always had a manufacturing part of the company, but in recent years that's just grown and grown and grown.
It's been in our bones to make things all the time.
We hated
We've never
moving
stopped
things
doing that.
abroad. We didn't really want to start buying from Asia, but everyone else was, and it was virtually impossible not to. And when I first went there with Dad in whatever year it was, see all the factories churning out things for what I thought were British, German or French manufacturers, and they were making them out in Taiwan and shipping them in and then selling to us, and we thought, well,
even worse, I think we visited a factory in China which was just had everything we'd ever made stacked in a huge number of boxes, and we came back from there going, well, do you know, we're approaching this in the wrong way, and I think that was a turning point when we've seen how much we've been copied. To aspire to very high quality manufacturing. And
we're trying to onshore more and more product, but it's a big job, you know.
UK manufacturing for us, I mean, we've always done a lot of British made products. You know, we have got various partners around the world which are equally as important. You know, there's a lot of innovation, there's a lot of factories that can make to a certain price and a certain quality that, you know, we can't do here at the moment, but we can do a lot of good quality small products in the UK really well, and you know that's an important part of what Axminster does.
The benefits of in-house manufacturing are massive. One of the biggest benefits is being able to react quickly. The global pandemic has made global supply chains infinitely more complex and expensive. Lead times have increased dramatically. In one case, we saw them increase to 480 days. Difficult to forecast consumer demand, and these long lead times means committing significant expenditure for products we may not sell for over a year. Manufacturing in-house allows us to be lean in terms of stock, and we can manage manufacturing schedules hourly if we need to. This enables us to react to peaks and troughs in demand. If we saw a sudden demand for one product, we could, within the hour, be producing what we need.
Yeah, so it can be, like I say, a light bulb moment, something we see that we've improved on, ceased availability of another product, maybe we just can't get it anymore, or just something an old tool that we kind of bring back to life.
And it obviously it's ongoing as well, constant improvement. You know, we look at reviews and things, that's ongoing, so we listen to those.
And we do actually get a lot of customers coming to us with ideas. I've got this little gadget that I've been using in my workshop for years. Do you want to have a look at it? Here's some drawings. Do you think you could make it? And sometimes it's a yes, sometimes it's a no.
Yeah.
And we'll just take it on and see if it actually works for us.
Yeah.
I do a lot of my thinking on the way to work in the car, and I'll just come up with an idea. Actually, yeah, that's great. And we'll come in, I'll sketch it down, a rough sketch, show the team. I think, oh, that's a good idea, or not. And I'll just make one out of wood. Just something tangible, something to hold and have in your hand to see whether it actually functions and works. And then if we like that, it goes on to kind of our process, which is quite, certainly it's more swift than it ever was.
Yeah, still takes a long time.
It can still take a long time, but that's just because it's thorough. We don't want to bring anything to the market that isn't quite right and isn't tested.
Yeah.
So
launch things once, kind of.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
We have recently made significant investment in state-of-the-art CNC machinery solely for the purposes of prototyping. This allows us to develop new ideas and existing products very quickly, without the need to interrupt production. Our aim is to provide the design team with functional parts within 2 weeks. This should enable us to cut our time to market by roughly 80%.
How do we test our products? Well, we're lucky enough to have a huge amount of woodworkers and wood turners work for us at Axminster Tools.
Yeah,
so
we've got different skills, haven't we?
Yeah, so we can share and we get the staff to test them. I test them, Tim tests them, and we've forged some really strong relationships with our customers over the years. So we can give the product to them to test out in the field, actually being used day to day. That's probably no better test than that, to be honest.
Complicate things.
Ultimately, the test is completed when everybody involved is in agreement that is right.
Yeah.
Our manufacturing is our biggest supplier, so it is important that we keep developing the skills in that area and investing into the technology. You know, we do invest a lot there, but the skills to keep up with that are very important, and the machines move on, how we design products keep moving on, and it's important we get a flow of people coming into that.
I've always been interested in engineering from a young age. Work experience really did open my eyes up to what's possible in engineering, and I fell in love with it. I like the challenge of making complicated parts, and when we design something new, from concept to actually making it, there's quite a lot involved.
I enjoy every day learning something new, especially when we have a lot of new components coming in and we have to program them and make them and see how they come out, improve the time. It's all very interesting.
It's not always about having the cheapest product. There are other people who can do a cheaper product, but ours is about quality, about innovation, about being British made, things that are going to last a long time, you know, in some cases a lifetime.
You know, there's an awful lot in the pipeline for Axminster Tools as far as you know, homegrown products.
Exciting time,
and where we would be waiting quite a long time. We'd have ever so many ideas just backed up.
Yeah.
They were able to send them over to the manufacturing department with the confidence we're going to get prototypes within sometimes a couple of weeks.
Made in Britain counts for a huge amount, and made in Axminster for us is even more important.